What's cracking, YouTube? Officially Jay here, back here with another reaction video, and this is the story about Kobe Bryant and how his mama mentality saved his career and his life. So this intro is not going to be long. We're going to jump right into this video. So
this is the story of the five-time NBA champion Kobe Bryant, who was often compared to the greatest of all time for having a similar killer mentality and approach to the game. It's already been a season without Kobe, but his career has been a lucrative one. He's pretty much accomplished everything that an NBA player could dream of. He finished his 20-year career as the third all-time scoring leader past Michael Jordan, captured 5 NBA titles, but beyond that, he was recognized as someone you can always count on when the Lakers need to score down the wire.
Right.
One of the most infamous things about the Laker legend is whenever he was on the court, he turned into another animal.
Right.
What I mean by that is, he would turn into this cold killer assassin who showed no mercy to his opponents and literally demoralizing them by scoring at will. You can tell by watching his game how locked and loaded he is, and many NBA players praise him for the ultimate competitor he was. Winning meant everything, and anything other than that was simply not a choice. His hunger and determination to be the best brought comparison to Michael Jordan, as the way they both approached the game was way too similar. It was simply kill or be killed.
Right.
The Black Mamba was a notorious nickname for the superstar, which was to portray how much of a killer assassin he was whenever he stepped on the court. The name refers to a highly venomous snake, known for its agility and aggressiveness, and when bitten, the damage is fatal most of the time, and can kill a human being in just 20 minutes. It was a nickname that we all adored whenever we saw Kobe in action, but for him, it was more than just that. It was a nickname that he adopted, an alter ego whenever he stepped on the court, and a way for him to get through one of the most difficult times of his life, going back in 2003. We all know what happened, and this video isn't about that, but to put it briefly, Kobe was accused of sexually assaulting a 19-year-old in Colorado. The news was astronomical.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Yes, I did. I heard about that. Oh, shit, Kobe. They said that Kobe raped a 19-year-old girl. I don't know if it's true or not, but we go keep listening.
He's had everything he could have accomplished. He was the leader of the Lakers, a franchise that won 3 titles in a row. He was in the peak of his career, emerging as the best player in the planet. And life simply couldn't be asked to be better until that one night in 2003. His reputation would forever be changed, and not only was Kobe facing a possible life sentence if found guilty, but his family, along with his pregnant wife, Vanessa Bryant, was on the verge of divorce. The stress would eventually...
Cause look, this is what happened. I guess, you know, Kobe was drunk or something like that. And like, he went to the club, I think, something like that. And then he brought a girl to his hotel room and shit like that. And then I think the girl wanted Kobe. Something like that. I don't remember what happened all the way, but it was something like that. Hopefully he could explain it.
Lead to Vanessa to have a miscarriage. And you can pretty much imagine what life would have been like for Kobe. Although the criminal charges were eventually dropped, the perfect image
went from a person who was at the top of his game, had everything coming, to a year later having absolutely no idea where life is going, or if you are even going to be a part of life as we all know it. Shit, Kobe.
Would eventually lead to Vanessa to have a miscarriage, and you can pretty much imagine what life would have been like for Kobe. Although the criminal charges were eventually dropped, the perfect image of the superstar that the society looked upon turned upside down, and he would eventually turn into the villain of the league.
At 5:19 Pacific Coast time this afternoon, when Kobe Bryant arrived here at Staples, making it back from his pre-trial hearing in Eagle, Colorado. And
for an entire season, Kobe traveled back and forth from the courtroom to the basketball arena, somehow trying to balance his career and his personal life. Kobe's stats, of course, took a dip during the 2004 season, and I can't possibly imagine the roller coaster of an emotion of trying to stay focused and compete in the NBA, but at the back of his mind, the darkness, the uncertainty, the trials, his family. On top of that, every game he would attend to, he would be heckled, booed, and be called a rapist by opposing fans. Many players call the basketball court their asylum, a time of peace to drop everything on their mind and solely dedicate themselves to the game of basketball. But for Kobe, it was no longer that, and his place of peace was taken away by all the negatives that he was surrounded with. As a way of coping with the ordeal that came every time he stepped on the court, he would create what we now know as the Black Mamba. Kobe gave himself the nickname after watching the movie Kill Bill, which featured the black venomous snake and was used as a code name for a deadly assassin. Kobe wanted to emulate his game just like the reptile. In order to keep his sanity, Kobe had to separate himself. There were so many things coming to him at once. In order to regain and take back his life, he created the Black Mamba. It wasn't anything personal against anyone else. It was just a way for him to fight the inner battle that he had with himself, and he would just let out all his anger and frustrations during the game. In the by process, of course, his opponents would ultimately be the ones getting the beating. His identity with the name Kobe was associated when dealing with tasks and personal problems outside the arena, but as soon as it was time to handle business on the basketball court, the Black Mamba would raise its head. Here's a story that illustrates the effect of the Black Mamba. March 15th, 2004. It was Kobe and the Lakers against the visiting McGrady and the Magic. As you guys can imagine, it's been a season-long wear and tear for the Lakers legend, and dealing with his personal problems off the court seemed like a never-ending curse that would forever haunt his legacy. That day, Kobe's wife, Vanessa, got really upset at Kobe and left all his belongings out on the streets. Kobe recalls that his family is just done with him and is seemingly like the end for him. For the first time of his career, he didn't want to be on the basketball court, and this was very evident as the dispirited Kobe only managed to put up 1 point by halftime. It was not the superstar player that everyone was accustomed to seeing, as he was more passive and being much of a facilitator, and you can just tell that his heart was not in the game. Heading into halftime, Kobe took a different approach and ignited his inner Black Mamba. His circumstances around him was not something that he can control, but the only thing he could at the time was the game in front of him. So with that new mindset, he went to work. When the game resumed in the third quarter, he was ready, laser focused and locked in. He finished the game with 38 points, scoring 24 points alone in the fourth quarter, rallying his team to an overtime victory and overcoming a 19-point deficit in the late third quarter. Kobe was the Black Mamba, a cold-blooded killer on the court, coming up huge in the fourth quarter, knocking down shots after shots after shots. McGrady hit a jumper with 3:58 remaining to give Orlando a 10-point lead, but that night it seemed that Lakers were destined to win. Kobe would score the next 10 points to tie up the game at 102, which the game would eventually go into overtime. Not only was Kobe simply unconscious on the offensive end, he won the game by playing the best defense of the season by locking down McGrady in the fourth quarter and overtime. He held the Magic superstar to only 5 points in the final quarter and overtime, and Kobe just looked like a man on a mission, something that we were used to seeing later on in his career. Keep in mind, outside the hard floor, his marriage and his family life is on the brink of the end, let alone the lawsuit. But Kobe's out here just straight balling and lighting up the Magics. The Lakers would eventually win the game by a score of 113-110, and I'll let McGrady take it from here.
Second half, totally different story, totally different dude. This dude came out and was kicking our butts. He had 1 point in the first half, finished the game with 38. They won the game, came back. I mean, it was, I don't know what happened. It was a tale of two different Kobe Bryants. And I like to think, since you told me that story, I had something to do with creating the Black Mamba.
Now that we look back into Kobe's career, we take the Black Mamba and Mamba mentality for granted. But for the Laker legend, at one point of his career, it was a way for him to stay on track and not lose himself in the midst of all the chaos around him. And through perseverance and hope, and the Mamba mentality turned him into one of the most clutch finishers in the history of the game. Years would go on, his legacy would continue to build, his reputation would be repaired, and incredibly, until the final game of his career, his signature Mamba mentality would be seen. The strong will that Kobe had was definitely an inspiration not only to basketball players, but for everyone, that you are the captain of your fate, and in the face of hardships, you always have a choice to either fall or get back up. This was one of the reasons why Kobe Bryant was my favorite player. I just adored his winning mentality and his insane work ethic. It's something that inspires me to work hard, knowing that hard work will eventually pay off. But that's how he's influenced my life, but I want to know your definition of Kobe Bryant. How did he have an impact on your life, whether it be on the basketball court or in life in general? Put it down in the comment below. I'd love to know how much he means to you. So that's going to conclude this video. If you enjoyed this video, remember to smash that like button.
Alright, man, that was very emotional. I view Kobe as a different person now. You feel me? I'm not gonna say I was always a fan of Kobe. You feel me? I always admired his game. You feel me? His work ethic, his mindset. But I was never like a fan. Like cheer Kobe on, you feel me? I never like hated on Kobe stuff like that, but Kobe inspired me, you know, to always love the hate, you feel me? Always grind out each day and like, you know, keep moving forward, man, because Kobe could have folded. He could have just gave up and not play his best basketball and not give up about playing in the basketball court, you feel me? But he stuck up, grinded out, and he said, this is my job, you feel me? I gotta play basketball. Traveling to basketball court, to the courtroom, night in, night out. His girl not believing him, not trusting him anymore. Well, actually his wife kicked him out the house, you feel me? Kobe didn't know what to do, you feel me? But he turned into a Black Mamba and had that Black Mamba mentality and say, you know what, man? Anything come my way, I'ma just go right at it, you feel me? That's a great player for sure, man. One of the best Lakers of all time to ever wear purple and gold. And I'm not even a Lakers fan nor a Kobe fan, and this made me view Kobe as a different player. Man, I love this video, bro. This video get a like. You feel me? Please go subscribe to this, man. Please, man. This video was amazing, man. Subscribe if you're new. You know, follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Comment down more ideas. Shit, I love this video, man. Anyway, give this video a thumbs up, and I'm out of here. Yeah.